Hey, Stoney here with another live cast of Mechabellum. Alright. If I remember correctly, I believe this player likes to play Tarantula? Not Tarantula, Wraith? I think I played this player before. So maybe we'll go with Fortified. Just have a little oomph at the beginning. Good thing I did put AA on my marksman. Sure, should do okay. Nowadays, the Stormcallers are just really freaking good with the very cheap 100 supply high explosive. It allows them to kill things super fast. Not a big fan of that, but you know, what can you do? Eventually, the spiders will be just fine. But for now, though, especially the first couple turns, is it's going to be an uphill battle. I like the crawler placement right alongside the tower because it's hard to defend in the central crawler. Here, I think they're going to get pulled, but if you put it right here, I think this is fine. I think the goal here is we're going to need to get ranged tarantula very soon, but for now, let's just keep adding crawlers. Crawlers and fans, really, because fans can also deal with the storms. Alright, are these being pulled over? Hopefully they are. Yep, they are. Nice. Nice. Now the question is, once those crawlers are done, would they get pulled over or would they run towards the tower? Okay, looks like they are going to get pulled over. But these storms, though, they are doing too much damage. Okay, all things considered, knowing that this was going to happen, this is not too bad. Like, as a spider player, to wing around one into those storms, this is not too bad. Alright. What do we got? Heavy armor is decent. Maybe we'll just go with heavy armor. And just put, like, stuff at the front. And do a bit of this. Don't want to be doing anything funky. But I do know there's probably shenanigans happening. There they are. Okay, if that is the play here, I suppose we could do, let's see. Ooh, the storms, they hurt. Okay, I think it's time for us to do some storms too. I mean, there's no reason not to do that. It's just such a strong unit. And also, he's got sledgehammers, and they are staying there forever. So yeah, it's definitely time for us to go storms. Let's do that. Okay. Good stuff. Scorpions are good. Sandworm is very difficult to beat as well. I think it's going to be a Raiden. He doesn't really have any Raiden defense. And we're going to go Storms. I'm going to put like another spider all the way in the corner. I want to get the Storm to attack. And of course, we're going to get these guys over here. Alright, so it's gonna be arc light. Not too worried about arc light. I think I'm mostly concerned about the tanks, but let's see. Okay, spiders actually locking onto the tanks, and that's always a good sign. Nice, nice. And I think the storms are going to do a bit more damage to the fangs, which is the primary concern here. Okay, Raiden dealing with the tanks very adequately. Storms, always a good unit. Nice. Alright, lightning storm. Tank production. Probably go with tank production since I do have a giant. And we're gonna go even more storms on all sides. And more crawlers. These guys will continue to run. Actually, you know what? I can have these guys run down a little bit. And these guys can get a level. Alright, we got phoenixes. Beautiful. I'm not really scared of phoenixes. I do have a lot of chaff here. So as long as the chaff clears are good, I think we're okay. Okay, we got tank production. We're actually making quite a lot of tanks. Raiden coming in. Phoenix is now locking onto target, but unable to get to that final target. Okay, we're gonna get tower. And this tank production is getting so much value. All right. Good, good. Ion Blast. Assault Force are also really decent. Just put Force down and now all of a sudden the Phoenixes will have no problems. Another tank production line. Tempting. Maybe take another tank production line. And just have it here. Do you want to have a missile? That is the question. And do marksmen actually do anything? Marksmen, they are... I don't think they're doing too much because of the storms in the middle. I don't know if the missiles actually help anything. The ion is good though. Probably get the Raiden too. Nope, Raiden might move out of the way. Ooh, gets the second group of crawlers. That was very unfortunate. You think the crawlers will probably survive a little longer, but no. Okay. Alright. Phoenixes are still doing great. I think now we just need to put down the 2 AM devices, and then we should be able to push now. Because so far we've been kind of holding back on the range war, and my opponent has been getting range. But now this is time that we can finally do a little bit better. Here's the fortresses. We're going to get wasps in the end. And they're going to come all the way in the back. You're going to get a level. We're going to take range. We are going to take AM devices. And we're going to take range. And we're going to have our guys all the way back here. You are continue to run. Here's the melter. Alright, level 2 melter. A little scary, but we do have a crap ton of wasps. So I think this is going to do okay. And also tank production, getting full value. I might consider just buy a single squad of tank and just get the healing on the tank. Now he's actually taking levels on the storms. Just in time for the AM device. He sold the melter. Okay, putting down armor. Okay. Level 2 tanks with armor. Which means I will probably need either more storms or... it's not bad. Okay, Phoenix is getting stuck on the wasps, which is a good thing. Okay. Still got tons of unit running towards them. I think not taking AA may be a good play here. Yep. And I think now it's just a matter of getting even more Raiden. Alright, let's see. We do have smoke bomb or additional deployment. How's this chaff bear? I mean, I guess this chaff bear is not terrible. You can try smoke bomb. And just put it like right here. There's a good chance that he'll just go straight into Arclight. Not Arclight, Mustangs. Alright, we do need some protection on the ground here, I think. So we need one here. And we need another one here. The marksmen, they are doing decent work. Alright, taking Link. Link is fine. I think we just need to get maybe double... No, I think Raiden is fine going into Link sledges. As long as I don't get like fully stuck on them, I think this is okay. Yeah, the Mustangs are expected. Okay, Phoenix is finally coming down, but that's okay though. I think I think it's just straight up winning. He can't really kill all my spiders. Yeah, that's it. It's gonna be a good game. All right. So I think he's investing a little too hard into the technologies for the sledgehammers before he even gets that many sledgehammers. He never really had a answer to the rating aside from the phoenixes, but then like he has to go through three rounds, right? First he needs to go through the chaff, and that's going to be on these arc lights. Then they need to go through the tank, both including the tarantulas, but also tank production on these two ratings. And then they need to get to the Raiden. I think where he's really stuck on is the tank's phase. I think the chaff, he's fine. I mean, I still got chaff coming in all the way to the back line, but he could not get through the tank. So in the final round, he has to make a decision. Do I want to have some units to deal with these wasps? Or do I want to have some units to deal with tanks? Mustang seems to like the best answer for wasps, but they don't really help with these spiders. In fact, they got killed pretty hard by the spiders. So I don't think that was a great option. If I were him, I might just go straight into either more phoenixes, right? Just more phoenixes. I don't know if chaff clear is a big problem. So if you get more phoenixes, you can kind of go through things a little bit faster. And maybe that's something that you can do. Let's give it a try, right? Let's see what happens if you go with more phoenixes. Okay, so we're gonna jump in as my opponent. Final round. And in terms of unit, we're gonna take additional deployment. We got 1,400, so lots of money left over. We'll probably just go elite. I only need one for spider. One here. One here. I'm gonna take a extra. I'm gonna put one here. We're gonna take temp range. So the idea is we're aware that there's going to be wasps, but we're just going to go ahead and ignore the wasp, but instead focusing on mid-sized units. So the sledgies, they are not doing great, but we're kind of getting through, maybe. We don't really have a tank of our own. That's also another problem. Okay. Chaff clear is still a big problem. Still got late arriving fangs. And that's going to, you know, that's going to cause a lot of problems here. Yeah. The fourth problem is that, yes, now we can deal with the mid-sized units, but the late chaff, I don't have an answer for that. My Stormcallers, or rather my opponent's Stormcallers, don't survive that long to deal with the late chaff. So that was problematic. If I were to play this again, I wonder. So you need to get through the chaff, get through the tank. Also need something to deal with the wasps. And then something that kind of goes in here. What if I put some AM devices? Or by me, I mean my opponent. All right, let's try this round again. And we're still going to go efficient. We are going to put some AM devices of our own. That way our fans will hopefully survive a little bit longer. We don't have enough money to go all the way for high-level phoenixes, but hopefully we can use these. We have money to go range. We can take a loan. We can use the loan. I'm not even sure what to use the loan for. Probably. I mean, if I can get shield, that would have been pretty sweet. So maybe instead of getting that extra phoenix, we're gonna get shield instead. Because I have so many fans, right? So having that extra shield is definitely useful. And we're gonna go this. And I think that's all she wrote. If we put down a single missile here, might actually just be triggered by these crawlers, so it's not that useful. Or maybe the next wave of crawlers, we'll see. Fan shield though. Fan shield is good. And fans themselves can also help us with some clear, which is nice. Okay, we are breaking through a little bit, but left hand side, suffering. Come on, shield defense. Those tank production on the Raiden though, they're getting so much freaking value. I can't believe how good they were. And that's the thing, right? When you don't expect the game to end right away and you just go ahead and get Raidens or Giants with unit prod, and those things are just going to generate value round after round. Yeah, I mean, this one is probably a little better, but I honestly, honestly, I have no solution for my opponent for the final round. So if you know, or if you have an idea of what my opponent could have done to survive another round, let us know in the comments. All right, that's it for this video. And if you like this video and want to watch something like it, here's another one for you. And I'll see you on the next one.
Prepare your tactics. Mechabellum's calling. Deploy your fortress. The battlefield's alive with swarms.